5, Quarter 1, Week 2. Matter, states and characteristics, or properties of matter. Revise K-12 curriculum with me, teacher KMT. Good day, kids! Today, we will learn about matter, states and characteristics, or properties of matter. Here is the possible objective for today's lesson. Differentiate solid, liquid, and gas based on their molecular attraction, arrangement, shape, and volume. Short review to be guided by our actual teacher. Lesson purpose. Last week, we explored the unique characteristics of matter and delved into its various phases. This week, we'll dive deeper into the fascinating world of matter that surrounds us every day. Through engaging activities, we'll further our understanding of the properties that define solids, liquids, and gases, empowering us to better appreciate and comprehend the world of materials around us. Unlocking content area vocabulary. For you to understand our topics better, try to familiarize yourselves with these terms by arranging the jumbled letters to come up with the correct term being described. Number 1. The amount of space occupied by an object or substance. What is the correct answer? Very good! The correct answer is volume. Number 2. It is a graphical representation of an object's form or its external boundary, outline, or external surface. It is distinct from other object properties such as color, texture, or material type. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is shape. First lesson, properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Explicitation, using the TWHL chart. What are shown in the pictures? You have learned last time that all matter can exist in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. Do you know that these 3 states of matter have different properties? Do you want to know more about the properties of solids, liquids, and gases? This part of explicitation is to be guided by our actual teacher. Work example, to be guided by our actual teacher. Lesson activity. Based on the activity you have conducted on observing the shape of the three states of matter, what property of matter was shown in the activity? Great! Shape is one of the properties of matter. What happened to the shape of the stone when you press it? Awesome! Nothing happened. It remained the same. What shape do solids have? A solid has a definite shape. The shape of the solid remains the same whether it is pressed or placed into different containers. For example, a stone will keep its shape whenever we press it or put it on a desk, in a glass, or in a box. This means that the shape of a solid does not change. Solids have definite shapes. What happened to the shape of the liquid when you press it? Great! The liquid changes its shape when it is pressed. Liquid also changes its shape to match the shape of the containers. What shape does liquid have? Liquid has an indefinite shape. The liquid changes its shape when it is pressed. Liquid also changes its shape to match the shape of the containers. For example, liquid takes the shape of the glass when it is poured into a glass. Liquid also changes its shape when it is spilled on a table. A liquid has no definite shape. What happened to the gas in the balloon when you press it? Amazing! The shape changed. The occupied volume changed as well. What shape does gas have? Gas has an indefinite shape. Gas changes its shape as it takes the shape of the container. If we fill differently shaped balloons with air, the air expands to fill the balloons and takes on different shapes. If the balloon bursts, air will escape and spread out. Lesson activity. Based on the activity we have conducted on exploring volume as property of solids, liquids, and gases. In observing the volume of solids, can you describe the solid objects you observe in the container? Great! The solid objects were small marbles made of glass. How did the solid objects fit into the container? Were there any gaps or spaces between them? Good job! The solid objects filled the container, but there were small gaps between some of the marbles. Did the volume of the solid objects change when they were placed in the container compared to when they were outside the container? Correct! The volume of the solid objects did not change when they were placed in the container. Based on this activity, can we conclude that solid has a definite volume? Good job! Yes, solid has a definite volume. Take note that The volume of a solid can be calculated using various methods depending on its shape. You will learn this in our succeeding lessons. Observing the volume of liquid. Describe the container filled with water. Did the water completely fill the container? Good job! The container was filled with water, and the water filled the container. How did the water take the shape of the container? Did it fill all the corners and edges? Good job! The water took the shape of the container and filled all the corners and edges. How did you measure the volume of the water in the container? What unit of measurement did you use? Correct! We measured the volume of the water using a measuring cup and poured it into the container. We used milliliters as the unit of measurement. Did the volume of the water change when you poured it into the container compared to when it was in the measuring cup? Correct! The volume of the water did not change when we poured it into the container. We used the same measuring cup for both measurements. Based on this activity, can we conclude that liquid has a definite volume? Amazing! Yes, liquids have a definite volume, meaning they occupy a fixed amount of space regardless of the container's size or shape. Observing the volume of gas. Describe the inflated balloon. How did it appear in terms of volume? Good job! The inflated balloon appeared to be full of air and was moderately sized. Did the balloon completely fill with air? Great! Yes, the balloon was filled with air. Did the volume of the balloon change when you inflated it compared to when it was deflated? Good job! The volume of the balloon increased when we inflated it compared to when it was deflated. Based on this activity, what can we conclude about the volume of gas? Correct! Gas has no definite volume. The gas filled the balloon, causing it to expand. The volume of the gas increased to fill the available space inside the balloon, demonstrating that gases do not have a fixed or definite volume. Gases expand to fill the container they are in, and they have indefinite volume compared to solids and liquids, which have fixed volumes. Can you think of other examples where gases expand or compress to fill their containers in everyday life? Correct! The gas inside the LPG tank is compressed to fit the tank. Once you open it, the gas inside is released to light up the stove so you can use it for cooking. Learners' takeaways. Can you describe the properties of solids, liquids, and gases in terms of shape and volume? Good job! Solids has definite shape and volume. liquids has no definite shape but definite volume. Lastly, gases has no definite shape and volume. Reflection on learning, to be guided by our actual teacher. Evaluating learning. Part 1. Multiple choice questions. Number 1. Which property best describes a solid? A. Indefinite shape. B. Indefinite volume. C. Definite shape and volume. D. No shape or volume. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is letter C. Definite shape and volume. Number 2. What happens to the shape of a liquid when poured into different containers? A. It retains its original shape. B. It changes to match the shape of the container. C. It expands to fill the container. D. It evaporates immediately. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is letter B. It changes to match the shape of the container. Number 3. How does the volume of a liquid compare when poured from one container to another? A. It increases. B. It decreases. C. It remains the same. D. It becomes indefinite. What is the correct answer? Amazing! The correct answer is letter C. It remains the same. Number 4. What shape does gas take when filled in differently shaped balloons? A. It retains its original shape. B. It takes the shape of the balloon. C. It expands outward. D. It becomes a liquid. What is the correct answer? Correct! Letter B. It takes the shape of the balloon. Number 5. Which phase of matter has a definite shape and does not take the shape of its container? A. Solid. B. Liquid. C. Gas. D. Plasma. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is letter A. Solid. Number 6. What did you observe about the volume of the solid marbles placed in a container? A. The volume increased. B. The volume decreased. C. The volume remained the same. D. The volume became indefinite. What is the correct answer? Great! The correct answer is letter C. The volume remained the same. Number 7. How did you measure the volume of the water in your activity? A. You weighed the water. B. You counted the droplets. C. You used a measuring cup and milliliters. D. You guessed the volume. What is the correct answer? Great! The correct answer is letter C. You use a measuring cup and milliliters. Number 8. What can you conclude about the volume of gas based on the balloon activity? A. Gas has a definite volume. B. Gas has an indefinite volume. C. Gas has a definite shape. D. Gas occupies the least space. What is the correct answer? Very good! The correct answer is letter B. Gas has an indefinite volume. Number 9. Which phase of matter can be expanded or compressed to fill its container? A. Solid. B. Liquid. C. Gas. D. Plasma. What is the correct answer? Great! The correct answer is letter C. Gas. Number 10. What happens to the volume of a gas when it is compressed? A. It increases. B. It decreases. C. It remains the same. D. It becomes a solid. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is letter B. It decreases. Part 2. Situation-based questions. First situation. Sarah has a glass of juice that she forgot to drink and left it on the table overnight. When she checked it the next morning, the level of juice in the glass had decreased. What happened to the volume of the juice? A. It increased. B. It decreased. C. It remained the same. D. It evaporated completely. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is letter B. It decreased. Second situation. James has a balloon filled with air. He decided to squeeze the balloon gently. What change did James observe in the balloon? A. The balloon's shape remained the same. B. The balloon's volume increased. C. The balloon's volume decreased. D. The balloon's volume remained the same. What is the correct answer? Good job! The correct answer is letter C. The balloon's volume decreased. Well done, kids! What have we learned today? Today, we'll learn about volume. It is the amount of space occupied by an object or substance. Shape. It is a graphical representation of an object's form or its external boundary, outline, or external surface. It is distinct from other object properties such as color, texture, or material type. We also learn solids, liquids, and gases in terms of shape and volume. Solids, definite shape and volume. Liquids, no definite shape but definite volume. Lastly, gases, no definite shape and volume. Kids, thank you for listening. I hope you have learned. Please do not forget to click the like, share, and subscribe.